Mojang, Mojang, Mojang. You just won't stop lying.
We didn't lie. We would never lie. Why would we lie? What are you talking about?
Well, you've lied about cornerstone pieces of your franchise.
Yeah, and what's that?
The true science behind everything. Minecraft is a game that needs no introduction. It's the best-selling game to date, and there's no game in the foreseeable future that will have the same cultural impact that it had. However, despite its impact, I feel it's time to call Mojang out for some of the shady science they've taught the world. And in today's video, I'm calling into question 3 key elements of Minecraft's gameplay. We're going to dissect this like a frog in a science lab. So, let's dive into topic number 1, is Minecraft's Obsidian scientifically accurate? Obsidian is one of the most important blocks within Minecraft. Not only does it look cool, but harvesting these blocks and building them into a nether portal unlocks an entirely new realm for exploration. The nether presents new biomes and challenges for players to face, but they don't become available unless you create that nether portal out of obsidian. Obsidian is found naturally in Minecraft through an interaction between lava and water. Interestingly, when I went to fact check this piece of Minecraft science, I found it to be true. Naturally occurring obsidian forms when lava cools quickly, and there's no better way for players to create obsidian than by using a bucket of water to cool the lava they find. This isn't the only way obsidian is formed. In fact, if the surrounding air is cool enough, it can cool the lava sufficiently to do the job and create obsidian. So, Mojang doesn't seem to be spreading any scientific misinformation here, but there's one factor we haven't mentioned yet: toughness. Within Minecraft, another noticeable trait of obsidian is its strength. To harvest obsidian blocks, players need at least a diamond pickaxe to break through the block and collect it. I don't know if I'm the only one, but in my early playthroughs of Minecraft, I did not have the right tools for the job. However, a discrepancy becomes apparent if we compare Minecraft obsidian's toughness to real-life obsidian. But I need to put a pause right there because I need to introduce you to Friedrich Mohs, a German chemist and mineralogist in the early 1800s. Mohs is renowned for the Mohs hardness scale, which he developed. I'm no mineralogist, but the scale he created uses scratching to test a mineral's hardness. The scale ranks from 1 to 10, and existing minerals predetermine that. To make it easier to understand, diamond ranks as a 10, one of the most rigid materials, and talc ranks as a 1. So, according to the Mohs scale, a diamond can scratch talc and leave a visible mark, while talc cannot do the same on a diamond. And now that I've explained the scale, let's guess where obsidian falls on the list. Is it an 8, close to its only weakness in diamond? Or is it a shocking 3 or 4 on the bottom of the totem pole? Well, to my surprise at least, obsidian ranks as a 5 to 5.5. It's not in the upper tier near diamond, but it's not weaker like minerals such as talc and calcite, which are respectively a 1 and a 3. So now that we know obsidian's rating, let's take a look at other minerals like gold and iron to see if Mojang is keeping their science in check with real science. Well, my super intense research showed that gold, which is found in Minecraft, is listed as a 2.5 on the scale, meaning it's much weaker than obsidian. The next metal we need to test is iron, and oh boy, it's close. Dear viewer, iron has a hardness scale rating of 4 to 4.5. That's right, Mojang might be on the right track so far. But the key is might. You see, when I realized that obsidian's Mohs scale rating was higher than iron's, I started to expand my mineral comparisons. Here, I discovered emeralds have a rating of 7.5 and quartz has a rating of 7. What do these two have in common? They can both be mined and collected by iron pickaxes. So Mojang lets iron pickaxes do the job against pure emerald blocks and pure quartz blocks, but when it comes to obsidian, they bend the rules of science. I caught you, Mojang. But don't worry, this is just the beginning of my investigation. Which brings us to our next sketchy block, Bedrock. Like Obsidian, Bedrock is iconic for being a near indestructible block within Minecraft. It's so popular that an edition of the game is labeled Bedrock Edition. And when I was researching for this video, I had to clarify that I wanted answers on real Bedrock, not Minecraft Bedrock. Tangent aside, Bedrock is used in Minecraft as a natural barrier to prevent players from tunneling their way out of the map. No matter what players did, they could not break through Bedrock. So, let's put on our science caps and study Bedrock in the real world. Bedrock's real-life usage is fascinating due to its immense strength. Because of this, Bedrock is a sought-after resource for construction projects that must withstand natural disasters or shifting loads. The definition of Bedrock is the solid rock that lies under loose material. But how does this solid rock stand against pickaxes? Well, it's not looking so good. According to my research, Bedrock is extremely difficult to mine, and some companies dig through the bedrock to get to valuable resources using diamond-tipped drills. Does this mean a diamond pickaxe should work? No. These drills spin at high rates to get through, and the work they do isn't even comparable to that of a plain pickaxe. But there was another method of digging through bedrock that caught my eye. Companies that need to break through bedrock turn to a more explosive option, dynamite. So if the drills aren't working, TNT is brought in, which raises the question of why Minecraft's TNT wouldn't work. No matter how much TNT you place next to one block of bedrock, it won't blow up. It won't break. So, in defense of Mojang, I tried to dig deeper, both literally and figuratively, to find something. I tried researching different types of bedrock and geological scenarios around bedrock, but in the end, I got the same result. Bedrock is breakable. So, now it's time for the next science-based question: are golems real? Wait, what? Golems? Like the snow and iron golems from Minecraft? Cut. What's going on?
There's actually a lot of cool connections to be made.
Okay, but golems? Like that's what we chose?
Just read the script. Trust me, it's really interesting.
Alright. So, golems within Minecraft are some of the more fascinating creatures within the game. Unlike wolves or cats, which can be tamed into becoming your friends, golems are creatures created with one purpose: to defend whichever area they are in from hostile mobs. From the second they're spawned, they are already looking for a fight. So, I dove back into history and did some research on golems. The origin of the golem dates back to the Earth's creation. In the Talmud, the religious text of Judaism, Adam's body before being given life by God is described as something similar to a golem. It's a lifeless husk that doesn't have the touch of what makes humans human. It has no personality or sentient thought of its own. That's pretty similar to what golems are in Minecraft. They are both giant husks who, despite all the strength and potential they have, lack the mental awareness that makes humans unique. While the golems are content to sit there and pummel any unlucky zombies that get in their way, the players and people of Minecraft are focused on building homes and farms and exploring more of the world. Take iron golems as an example. These massive creatures have immense strength, and there's no arguing that if they had a spark of ingenuity or creativity, they could build monumental structures using that brute strength. And look at the iron golem and villager side by side. They have similar noses and face shapes, but one is made of flesh and bone, while the other is made of blocks and materials. Still, these massive brutes have much more exciting history that we must explore. One of the most popular stories including a golem is the Golem of Prague. This narrative tells us that in 16th century Prague, a rabbi used Hebrew incantations and rituals to bring some clay from the Vltava River to life. The golem was created as a response to anti-Semitic hate at the time. The accounts from the time claim the golem to be a symbol of defense on behalf of the people. Now, I won't draw direct comparisons to Minecraft, but I will highlight subtle themes. The Golem of Prague protected the community and population around it. Golems in Minecraft act similarly. They can be found inside villages ready to defend the villagers who call that place home from external threats. Remember, the original tales of golems often highlight the use of rubble or natural materials to create a golem. Similarly, in Minecraft, blocks of iron, snow, and pumpkins are being turned into guardians of the vulnerable. Mojang has surprisingly kept everything within reason for the golem's history. In fact, they did it so well that another, lesser-known aspect of the golem story has appeared within the franchise. What is that, you ask? Golems are not always friendly. Within versions of the Golem of Prague's tale, it's said that the golem eventually turns rogue and rebels against those it was created to protect. Why it does this depends on which account you read, but the end result is this thing goes wild, and the rabbi who had created the monster was given no other choice but to take it down. The reason I share this part of the story is to show that golems aren't always keepers of the peace. In fact, Minecraft Dungeons illustrates this point. The Arch-Illager, the villain of the main game, creates golems out of redstone to become part of his army. These redstone golems are doing things that are objectively evil, but because of their creator and his power, they only have the purpose given to them by him: to destroy anyone in the Arch-Illager's way. So Mojang actually got golems right. They kept in line with the original lore surrounding these bulky mammoths. For me at least, it would be cool to see them stick to the history of golems. Perhaps in a future update, golems can be corrupted and go rogue when they come into contact with a certain mob or material. Nice job, Mojang!
So, how did we do?
You need to study up on what Bedrock is.
Nope, not important. This video is officially over.
Wait, you can't do that!